Hey, everybody. Welcome to TikTok for Beginners. If you are an entrepreneur who is wanting to learn how to use TikTok to grow your business, get more visibility and exposure and all of the things, you're in the right place. You are in the right place. And if you're just wanting to use it for fun, this is okay too, right? Basically, I'm just going to share with you everything that I have learned after being on this platform for over a year. I've kind of figured out a lot of the things. So I wanted to give you guys some shortcuts on how you can start using this platform to get more visibility and exposure in your business. So one of the things that I love about TikTok is that it literally puts you in front of an audience that you probably never would have been exposed to before. Unlike Instagram or Facebook, like basically the people that follow you or like you or are your fans or whatever are pretty much the only people that are going to see your stuff. And what I like about TikTok is that it is putting you in front of a completely new audience to attract people to you. So I absolutely love that. Now they've made some new changes. So this is coming at a really good time. So there are still a couple of features that I have not dove into yet. So, okay. Oh, gotcha, Tracy. Okay, so I'm going to drop the workbook. And again, there's a couple more people that joined in. And I know that when you join after something has been dropped in the chat, you won't be able to get it. So again, this workbook is not necessarily for printing. It's more for just kind of to have a guide. Okay, so we're going to talk about the why, the who, and the how of TikTok. Let's see here. So some things you're going to need to get started. If you have never done anything like this before, I'm going to pretend like you've never recorded a video before. Okay, so you're going to need to have some sort of tripod. I highly recommend, because if you're like me and you talk with your hands, it's really hard to talk with your hands when you're holding your phone. You also are going to need good lighting. If your video does not have good lighting, it will not get pushed out. People will have a hard time. They want crisp, clear, clean looking videos. And so having good light, so facing a window or using a ring light, can also be something that you may want to invest in. The other thing is a microphone. This is the one that I have. I literally just got it off of Amazon. It has a little clip so I can clip it to my shirt, and it literally just plugs into my phone. So I have a Google Pixel phone, and I know they have specific microphones for iPhones and things like that. So get one that works with your phone. Check the reviews. Always check the reviews before you buy something. But my camera, my audio on my video, sometimes it's kind of like, I don't know, like there's static. And I was like, oh, that's not going to work. Nobody wants to listen to a video that's got static. So I invested in a microphone and it changed everything. So, and then obviously you need a cell phone, or you can also use a DSLR camera that records video. You can do that too. Okay. Also, FYI, I don't know if some of you guys know this, but you can actually record videos using Canva. So you can totally do that as well. You can also use Zoom. You can, do what works for you. Do with what you have. Okay. So the first thing that everybody needs to do is download the app. If anybody has not yet done that, you're going to want to download the TikTok app. And I'm going to tell you something that a lot of people don't realize. If you have a Facebook account, you already have a TikTok account. So if you are, and I discovered that because I had created an account as a new user, and then all of a sudden my own Facebook profile shows up as a suggested friend. I'm like, what the hell? And I had people following it and I had no videos on it because I did not create an account using my Facebook account. So you can literally log in with Facebook and find your profile and just take it and start it that way. Okay. So does anybody here not have a TikTok account yet? Everybody has one? Okay, good. So the second thing is, who is your video for? So being able to, you're going to have to hook them in quickly. You have like a millisecond to grab somebody's attention. And so you'll notice that people will trim the beginning of their videos to go right to that first breath. And because, there's a lot of trimming that happens in post in order to make your video as short as possible. So long, rambly videos typically don't do very well unless there's something spectacular that's happening in that video. So you want to hook them in quick, okay? But before you start, you need to ask yourself, who am I doing this for? What is it that what am I trying to do? And then, like I said, the shorter the better. So you can always shoot. And then what I like to do is edit down. I'll go through and take out pieces that don't really need to be there. And then the music and sounds. So I'm going to show you how, but you can have music on while you're talking, but you want to make sure that the volume of the music is way down low, and you can adjust that in TikTok, because otherwise people can't hear you. You're competing with music at the same time. And so you want to make sure that if you add music to any videos where you are talking or teaching or anything like that, that it's not going to be overpowering. A lot of people, there's mixed reviews about hashtags. Some people say use all the hashtags, and some people say they're not that important. And I want to just tell you right now, using hashtags like FYP does nothing for you. It doesn't push your video to the FYP, which is the For You page, which is where everybody's trying to get, where they're trying to go. Okay. So it's a personal decision if you want to use hashtags or not. Honestly, you'll see people telling you that they're not important. You'll see other people saying that they are important. It's really what it is that you want to do. If you want to spend the time on it, then do that. Okay. So some best practices. If you keep your video to under a minute, you can repurpose it to other platforms. Like Pinterest has idea pins, which is actually really cool. Remember, Pinterest is a search engine. So if you have something that you're teaching, or you have a product or anything like that, Pinterest is a great place to repurpose your videos. You can also put it on Instagram Reels. You can put it on Facebook Reels. And then there's YouTube Shorts, which I think are 15 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have longer videos, you can do up to 3-minute videos on TikTok, and some people have up to a 10-minute feature now. They're trying to compete with YouTube. So just be aware of that. And how I do that, I do not download my video from TikTok. I edit my video in an outside platform like InShot or CapCut, and then I have it on my phone, and then I can take that video and share it to other places. And I will go into other platforms and I will add different music. I may add different captions. I may add different text, because the platforms want original content. And if you're just taking a video from TikTok that has a watermark on it and you're uploading it to other platforms, the other platforms, they don't like that so much, and they will not push your video out. So you don't want to upload videos that have watermarks from Instagram or from TikTok or anything like that. Okay, which is why, like I said, I edit it outside of TikTok and then I upload it that way. Okay, so InShot and CapCut are the two video editing platforms that I use. And I will tell you right now, CapCut is free. They also have a paid version. I like they both have different features, which is why I have both. InShot, I paid the $10 for the entire year to have the upgraded version, and it doesn't put a watermark on my video. Okay, I didn't want that. So I paid $10 to have for the entire year. So totally worth it. The other thing is that you want to create videos that are going to engage an audience. You want to build community. Okay, so when you are thinking about creating content and videos and things like that, really try to speak to your audience. Who is it that you're trying to attract? And then you are going to notice there are bot accounts. This happens on every platform. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way that it is. I had a Keanu Reeves 1926 following me, and I made a funny video about that Keanu Reeves was following me. And I literally, if they follow you, you can actually go and remove them as a follower. You don't want bot accounts following you just so that your numbers are higher, because here's the thing, those accounts are not going to engage with your account, your videos, and therefore it can hurt your chances of growing. So you want true, authentic followers following you. So when someone follows me, I always go and look at their account and see if they are an actual person or are they a robot. Okay. The one thing you also need to know is that when I mentioned starting a personal account, when I first started, this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made when I first started, was I started with a business account because I wanted my link in my bio, which, by the way, don't say those words in your video because TikTok also doesn't like that, and it will suppress your video if you say link in bio. So don't do that. But basically, connect your Instagram account. You can connect your Instagram and your YouTube account to your TikTok and have your link in your Instagram bio. So people can literally go to your Instagram profile, click on your link, and find whatever it is that you're talking about. Once you hit 1,000 followers, then you can add a link in your bio on TikTok. So there is that first milestone. You also cannot do live videos on TikTok until you hit 1,000 followers. So the other thing that I recommend is to add captions to your videos on TikTok as much as possible. And the reason why is, number one, there are hearing impaired people that utilize TikTok. They enjoy the platform like everybody else does. And having captions allows them to engage with your content. The other thing is that there are people that, like me, that like to scroll TikTok while they're laying in bed. And so I have the volume turned down really low so that my husband can sleep. And so having the captions allows me to watch your video because I'm reading what it is that you're saying. And I'll show you how to do that as well. I took screenshots for you guys. Any questions about any of this before we move on? No questions? Okay. So here are some more best practices. One of the things that I love about TikTok is that you can curate your own algorithm. So here's something funny. I tell this to people all the time. If someone is saying, well, TikTok is just young girls dancing, and that's the only thing they're seeing, is because those are the videos that they're engaging with. And so that's what TikTok is going to show them. I do not have videos of young girls dancing in my algorithm because I don't engage with videos like that. And so TikTok is going to show you more content of the things that you interact with. So for example, if I don't know why, but TikTok thinks I'm a lesbian, I'm okay with it. And they also think that I like gardening. I wish that I loved gardening, but I kill plants, but I'm still fascinated by the cool things that people do. So also horses. I don't own a horse. I have no intention of owning a horse, but I love animals and dogs especially. So TikTok shows me all the dog videos and I'm not mad about it. So if you engage with certain content, it's going to show you more content like that. It also took me over a year to find entrepreneur TikTok. I was like, where are all the business owners? And I finally found them. So now I get all kinds of entrepreneurs, but go find people that are in your industry and follow them and start engaging with their content, and TikTok will show you more content like it. So TikTok also gives preference to original content and original audio. So if you're taking a video, and I've seen people do this and it annoys the crap out of me, but they'll go take a video off of YouTube and post it on TikTok. It's not their video, but they're doing it to get the virality of a funny video that was on YouTube or something. And then they're downloading and uploading it to TikTok. And now TikTok is saying, we're not going to give those types of videos any recognition anymore. Growing your channel with doing just trends is going to hurt your channel later on. So there are people and their entire channel is them just doing trends. They don't really talk, they're lip syncing, and that's fine. But if you're trying to grow a business, you want people to engage with you and learn more about who you are as a person. And so I like to mix it together. So I might do a lip sync, and then I might do educational, and then I might do something funny, but I'm not just doing trends and lip syncs. Okay. So if you're like me and you're like, how in the hell are you going to have time to create all of this content and run a business and all of the things? So I like to do batch creating, which is basically like on an afternoon when I carve out some time in my calendar, I will create several videos at the same time. And I would just basically record a bunch of stuff, and then I can go in and I can edit it and I can save it as a draft. And so then like on a Sunday when I'm laying in my pajamas in my bed, because that's my lazy day, I can post videos that are in my drafts, right? So it makes it easier for you to not be constantly on the being a business owner and on TikTok, you basically become a content creator. So you need to be aware of that. It's a lot of work. One of the things that I like to suggest when you're getting started is to post multiple times a day, like 3 times a day for 30 days. And why this is because you need to give TikTok an opportunity for them to figure out who you are and who your audience is. But then you'll be able to go back at the analytics and figure out what worked well, what performed well, what did people respond to, what types of videos got the most views and likes and comments and things like that. So when you decide to start, whenever you decide to start, I want you to commit to posting 3 times a day for 30 days. Okay. So having a call to action. So call to action can be ask them to comment or save your video, share your video. People can repost your video, but that doesn't actually repost it to their feed. It's kind of a weird feature that I don't really still understand what the hell that's about. But you know, someone saving your video or doing a copy link video gets just as much engagement and like pushes out, tells TikTok that it's a good video, just as much as likes and comments. So it's a feature that a lot of people are doing now, is saying, hey, just copy the link and you don't have to paste it anywhere. So I mentioned link in bio typically gets suppressed. So try to avoid saying that. One of the things that you could do as a business owner is to create a series that will keep your audience coming back for more content. So you could do, you know, like 30 different parts, right? So you could do the books that I love in high school, part 1, all the way to, you know, whatever. And you literally just create a series, and you can title your videos and put in parts and things like that. And you can also create playlists, and you can put certain videos in a playlist. And it's kind of cool that there are some of those features that you can do. As a business owner, I would be careful with controversial topics. So just remember that when you are running a business, you are also, you know, representing your business. And if you are creating content that is controversial, controversy creates all kinds of good and bad. And if someone decides they don't like your point of view, they could come after your business. And is that something that you really want? So as hard as it is, sometimes I avoid making videos and content around those controversial issues, because I don't want someone to decide, oh, I don't want to work with Elaine because she doesn't believe what I believe. So just kind of something to keep in the back of your mind. The other thing I want to say is to be consistent. Not every video is going to perform super good, but consistency is key. And so the more, while you're, you know, just don't give up. If you're like, oh man, my video only got 20 views, doesn't matter, keep going. because consistency, eventually one of those videos is actually going to take off, and you don't know which one. So I want you to act as if every single video you create is going to perform really well and you're going to reach millions of people. Okay. So before you post, these are things that you want to make sure you have. So you have a hook, you have a call to action, you've set your intention, you have, is your video related to your niche or to your brand? Education, entertainment, or inspirational. Those are the 3 types of content. Is your video well lit? Do you have a good sound? Do you have variety of your background? They say sometimes if you switch and you record different parts of the different segments of your video in different areas of your house or wherever you're at, it can actually help the performance of your video. Call to action, adding captions, engage with your audience. The people that leave you comments, go and engage with them, thank them, like their comment, things like that. Add a description, use a tripod if you can, and have fun, be engaging, and be consistent. So if you wanted to print this out, you totally could, but if you wanted to write down any hooks or call to actions you want to give, or times that you may want to post your videos. So I mentioned there's 3 types of content: educational, you're teaching; entertaining, you're trying to make people laugh, you're trying to just have fun. Then there are what's called duets, reactions, where you are adding to the conversation. Videos that are under 1 minute, you can duet. If it's over 1 minute, you cannot duet or stitch that video, which is why it's kind of like you try to keep under that 1 minute mark. A stitch is where you can take a 5-second clip of a video and add your own commentary. So it's either like the first 5 seconds, or you can kind of choose what 5 seconds of that video you want, and that video plays first, and then you get to record. Now, the trick with that is that you have to do that. You have to record that video inside the TikTok app, just like duets. So this is not a recorded video outside of the platform and upload it. You have to record that video inside TikTok, okay? TikTok stories is a feature that is still very new to TikTok. And one of the things about stories is that it doesn't show up in your feed. It literally is like that 24-hour thing, but I will show you where your stories go once they have gone through their 24-hour cycle. But stories is a really great way to post content that is not necessarily a part of your niche. So I have dogs. My channel is really not about dogs, but I have cute ass dogs. And sometimes there's funny freaking videos that I want to share that I made with my dogs. And so I might choose to share that as a story versus in my feed. Any questions? Feel free to unmute and ask away. Okay, so we'll move on to content ideas. I know this is always like, what do I post? What type of content should I make? So you could do behind the scenes of your business. You could talk about common problems that your customers have. You could do a voiceover with a slideshow, or a video that is like landscape, has no talking or anything like that. You could stitch or duet a video. You could do lip syncs. You could do fun transitions and effects. There's filters and zooms ins and zooms outs and all kinds of things like that. And then the other thing I want to let you know, you're going to want to, when you come across a video and you like the sound, you're going to want to save it for later, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's so hard to find it. Once you let it go, it can be really hard to find again. So if you like, oh, I might be able to use that sound later, save it. And I'll show you how to do that and where to go find it later. So there are some examples in this workbook that you can click on these, and it will take you to an example of what each of these things looks like what the video actually turns out to be. So a duet, a stitch, there's a green screen effect where you can actually upload a picture or a video to play behind you. And then how to use a trending song. And how you can bring that in with and apply it to your video using text. So I shared These are all my videos in here, just sharing examples. So in the workbook, you can literally click on these and it will take you to those videos. So engagement ideas. So we talked about engaging with your audience. You can put tips, tricks, and additional information in the comments. So let's say you're sharing 10 things, right? Go put those 10 things in the comments as well, okay? You can also reply to comments and questions with a video. So that's kind of a cool feature. Oh, we have a chat. Let's see here. Where do we get the workbook? Okay, hold on, Stacy. Let me upload it again for you. I put it in the chat. So let me, if you came in a little late, it's not gonna show you that it was there. So it'll take a few minutes for it to load. It's kind of a big document. So I just dropped it there for you. So give it a couple of seconds for it to load. There's a Q&A feature in TikTok that you can use to go answer questions for people. You can make videos with other people's questions. You can also make videos from other people's comments on other people's videos. So there's a lot of things you can do in there. You can ask for advice or help. And the other thing is to like and comment on other people's videos. One of the cool features that has happened is, especially on viral videos or videos that have, you know, thousands of comments, you can go through and read the comments and people can go in and and leave a heart on the comments that they like, especially funny videos. And I'm just telling you right now, sometimes oh my God, there's some really silly videos out there and the comments sometimes make the video. I'm just telling you, but you'll be able to see how many people liked that video. And the more likes that video has, the higher it is up in the comment section. And you can also pin a popular comment like your own. If you wanted to, you could pin your own comment, or you could pin a comment that you liked so that it's at the top. And so I've gotten followers because of silly comments that I made. I don't know, people thought I was funny. And so they wound up following me because of that. And then acknowledge your commenters. So I kind of mentioned that earlier, but go and engage with the people that took the time to leave a comment on your video. So resources. Each of these are creators that I follow that are in a space of teaching TikTok or teaching marketing, teaching, talking about trends, content, how to do certain things on TikTok. You can click on each of these links and it'll take you directly to their profile on TikTok. And you can go through and basically binge all of their content and learn how to do some really cool tricks. So, and then there are creator tools inside of TikTok that will essentially tell you what type of content they are pushing out, okay? And then there is a how to create a video on TikTok. And I literally just went in and grabbed the link so that it'll give you step-by-step, but I'm also going to show you with screenshots how to do that, okay? Okay, so let's talk about how to make videos. So when you go to, let me see, I want to kind of do full screen here. So this is what it's going to look like if you have never created a video before. I want to kind of give you a little synopsis of when you go to your profile, which is this little person down here, that's your profile. And all of these things up here go to different places. So this little plus button is where you can find friends. So like friends that you have on Facebook or friends that you have in your phone, it will give you the option to find them. If you have multiple accounts, you can click on this little down arrow here and it will allow you to switch accounts. There is this new feature. I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet, but it's kind of cool, but I do find that there's a lot of bots that are looking at my account for some reason. But you can click on this little thing. It'll tell you who has come to your profile and watched your videos. Pretty interesting. The little hamburger, as my friend Paige calls it, is where your settings are, which is where your creator tools and your privacy settings and all that stuff is in there. And then this little plus, so you're probably familiar with Instagram stories. You can click on your picture and it will allow you to upload stories. Same thing here, but there's multiple ways to create stories, but also clicking on your picture will allow you to go into view your stories. One thing you need to know, you will not get notifications about anyone who has liked or commented or anything on your stories. You have to go in to check it yourself. For some reason, there's no notifications for that yet. So if you want to, you're like, oh, nobody's liking my story. You have to physically go in to see if anyone has engaged with your story. Okay. So here's where your little Instagram icon is hanging out. This is where you can edit your profile. This is the bio. This is this little Q&A section I was telling you about. And this plus is where you're going to go in to start creating videos. Now you'll see here this little friends 28. Okay, this is brand new, like literally came out this week. This is a brand new feature. This used to be what's called the Discover page, which they kind of did away with. And instead, what it's doing is saying you have 28 friends that have created videos. So if you click on that, it's going to show you videos of people that you are either friends with or people that you have friends in common. So like multiple people that you're friends with follow this creator and it's going to put it in your feed. Just saying, okay? So this is where when you click on your edit profile, this is going to give you, it's going to show you this over here. So this is actually 2 screenshots. But you want to make sure that you have a photo is clear. You can also have a video, but this is where your bio is going to go right here. So you'll see a little bio, and then your Instagram and your YouTube are going to be down here, and you're going to access all of that through your profile button. Okay. So this is what it looks like when I went to, this is my friend Kelly, and I was like, oh, look, it's Kelly. I'm just going to screenshot it because it was the first video that popped up in my feed, because I wanted to show you this is what it looks like when you are looking at your videos. Okay, so you'll notice here, this is a live feed button. If you click that, it'll take you to everyone who's live right now, and you can scroll through and find live creators or, live, just like Facebook Live, basically. If you are a part of the Creator Fund, you can actually, people can send you gifts, like financial gifts. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not really interested in being a part of the Creator Fund because I've seen some people do some really horrible things with that. And then you're going to see here, this following button is the videos of people who you follow. So not necessarily friends, because you can follow people that you're not necessarily friends with. Friends is mutual follows. You both follow each other. And then people who you may or may not follow, but this is like the For You page is basically TikTok's curated algorithm for you. It is videos that of people, it's where you can find new content, new creators, and things like that. This is where it's going to show me all the cute dogs. Okay. Then you'll see here, there are 3 live videos, which means that people who I follow are currently live. And I could click on that and go see who's live and what's going on. So this is what it looks like over here on the side. You can swipe left, and it will take you to their profile to show you their feed, which is basically what mine look like. You can go and look at all of their videos. You can also click on their button here. If they have a story, it's going to take you to their story. So I just typically swipe. The heart is a like, and then this little bookmark is to save their video to your favorites, so you can go back later and watch it. And by the way, you can also go back and any video that you've liked, you can also go back and find it later as well. This is where you can comment on the videos, and then this share video feature will open up a whole nother myriad of where you would like to share the video. That's where you can copy link. You'll see a repost button. You'll see share it to Facebook or Instagram or to Messenger. It's basically, I always do copy link because it's just easier. But you can literally share, not necessarily post it, but you're sharing it to a person is what they're trying to get you to do. And then this little thing down here, you'll see this little music note. This is her sound. So if Kelly said something really funny, I could save this sound for later. And when I talked about earlier how I made the mistake of having a business account instead of a personal account, the only way that I could use trending sounds is if the music was licensed for commercial use. So I was very limited on the sounds that I could use in my videos because of that. So that's why I was like, nope, I'm going back to a personal account. And it also made it harder. My account grew slower because I had a business account. Okay. So you'll be able to click and save the sound, and this is what it's going to look like. So this was a sound that I was like, oh, I'll just use this as an example. So if I click this, it's going to bring me to here, and it's going to show me how many people have saved this sound. I can add it to favorites and mean save it for later, or I could say use this sound and I could create a video right now in the app. Okay, so you're going to get those two choices. So when I talked about the friends that you follow, this is basically, if you click on this friends, now it's going to show, and then you're going to get this feature up here. So you'll notice that is not available on this when I'm just looking at regular videos. This is only available on the friends that I follow view, which is down here in this little friends button that had the 28 icon. So when I clicked on it, it cleared it, especially for us Virgos who are like, oh my God, unread notifications drives us crazy. So we have to clear it. And so clicking on that clears it. And if I start scrolling, it's going to show me all of the friends that I follow their videos. So then if I click on this little icon, this little friends plus, this is what it's going to look like. So I can invite friends, I can find my contacts that are in my phone, I can find Facebook friends. And the funny thing is, a lot of these people on here, this is just their Facebook account. They're not actually they don't actually have, and are not using TikTok. They haven't done anything to it. So my friend Carissa has a whole nother account, but because she didn't use Facebook to log in and create an account, it has a second account for her. So the only way to remove that was I had to log into Facebook and delete the account. So annoying. So the inbox, so here's this little inbox down here next to the plus. This is what this looks like. So you're going to see here, new followers, activity, and then messages. So they keep changing the inbox view. So if you want to come in here, you have to click this little button here, and then you can see all of your new followers. And then you can click here and see who is liking your videos and commenting on your videos and stuff like that. And then this little icon here is if you want to send a message to someone inside TikTok. Now, remember, you can only message people inside TikTok if you are mutual friends. Okay. So let's talk about analytics. So remember when I mentioned doing 30 days of videos consistently 3 times a day? We're going to want to view the analytics, and you're going to find that when you go to your profile, you're going to click on your sandwich, you're going to click on creator tools, you're going to click on analytics, and you'll see some other features down here as well. This is what you're going to see. You're going to be able to click on all of these things and see your followers. You're going to be able to click on content and see which of your videos are performing well, your audience. You'll be able to see where people live. I mean, there's a whole, you keep scrolling and there's a lot more content in there. So Analytics are always really important because it tells you what people are engaging with, and then you can decide if you want to make more content like it or not. Okay, so when you go to your profile and you're going to see your videos, there's little icons here. And what do these mean? So this one here is locked, meaning that these are private videos. So these, and also remember when I mentioned your stories, this is where your stories live after they have been in, after 24 hours, they're stored here under your private videos, okay? Then you have this little heart. These are all of the videos that you have liked. So if you gave it a heart, this is where your liked videos go. And so you could always go, oh man, what was that video? Like I love to like recipes, and then I can go back and find it later and whatever. Saved videos is different. It's a little, because with saved videos, you can actually create collections and things like that. So if I haven't done that yet, but if I wanted to, I could create a whole collection of recipes, of dogs, of marketing or TikTok tutorials or anything like that that I wanted to save. I could totally do that. You can also find your sounds here. You can also save effects. Like I have some that I've saved because I'm like, which one was that? Which one is the green screen? It always confuses me. And so I save the ones, and when you go and look at other people's videos, you will see effects, like a little, it'll tell you if they used an effect, and you can click on that effect and you can save it. So if you're like, ooh, I like how they did that, save that effect so that you can find it later. Any questions? Okay, so the Q&A, this is where you're going to find that. So the Q&A, you go to your profile, you're going to see this little Q&A feature. But this is where you can literally find, you could go and create videos with these questions as ways to, if you're like, I don't know what kind of content to create, go through and look at some of the Q&A in there and see if there's any questions that you might like to answer. And you'll be able to see how many people have created videos with these questions, okay? So I talked about the effects. So when you go into create a video, you're going to see this little effects icon over here. And then you're going to see all of these things in here. And this little button right here is where the saved, where my saved effects are, so that I can find them easily. But you'll be able to see trending, green screen, all of that kind of stuff in there. And you have to create the video inside TikTok, okay? Then you'll also see templates. And so this one is like upload, says 2 to 6 photos, and then you can add music to it and boom, you have a video. You can add some text, whatever. The other thing, when you are here, once you've opened up, you're going to see camera, story, templates. Camera is going to be posting to your feed. Story is going to post to the story, and templates is going to take you to this thing right here. Okay, so be careful. But here again, when I mentioned the Q&A, you can literally go here as well. So you can go to find the Q&A in multiple places. Okay. Adding text to your video, you're going to click on this little thing here. And I just literally wrote this and I clicked on this A. If you push it multiple times, it'll give you like shadow or that kind of background. You can change the background. You can literally scroll, and there's all of these different fonts and colors. And then this little speech, well, the video, it will actually read the text. And so it sounds like Siri, or you can change like the voice. I'll show you what that looks like too on a different one. But then when you click on the text, it will open up this box. And this is where you can edit. So you can go in and, oh crap, I spelled the word wrong. You can change the duration. How long do you want that? And this is how you do that down here, is you can drag where do you want the text to show up in your video. So if you see the videos where people have like all of this text on your video, on their videos, and it's popping up at different times, this is how they're doing that. They're literally, and you have to have like 1 second of text, I believe is like the minimum. You can also do this in an outside app as well. So if you wanted to do this in InShot or CapCut, you totally can. I typically just do it inside here because it's just easier for me sometimes. So we have a couple of, yes, Tracy, I will send you the PDF and the recording. Okay. Okay, so adding sound, you can do that anytime. You can add it at the beginning. You can add it after you've created your video. And then there is a little, it's really hard to see right here, but there's a little drop down arrow, and there is a voiceover option in there as well. So if you wanted to upload a video and it's, you know, you could just literally do a voiceover where you're talking, explaining the video or adding some commentary. So if you click this add sound, this is what's going to show up. This is where you can also find your favorites, or it's going to tell you recommended are basically kind of what's popular. When I talked about adjusting your volume, you want to make sure that your added sound is the music, your original sound is you talking. So you want to make sure that you turn down this added sound to really low, otherwise you're not going to be able to hear yourself talking. Nobody will be able to hear you talk, and they're going to scroll right by you because it's competing. Adding captions, remember I said be inclusive, and you can edit and go through and make sure that there's no misspellings. Some people do it on purpose. They will go in and change the words of the captions. And some people will be like, oh my God, that totally did not match, but it was like intentional. So yeah, and then you can adjust clips and, you know, change, edit. And there's TikTok has, like, I think on Monday updated their editing feature in the app. So you can, they're trying to get you to stay in the app longer by giving you more editing tools, because before it was really hard, which is why I edited in an outside platform. You can also add stickers, and they have emojis. You can tag people, you can add hashtags, you can do polls. I will tell you, every time I try to do a poll, I can't advance. So I think there's a glitch with the poll. You can also, on this little feature right here, you can add yourself or another picture as a sticker. So I've seen people add like a cutout of themselves, like a PNG file that you could put on, you know, you could cut yourself out in Canva, and you could add your own sticker of yourself. I know, it's pretty cool. But you literally can go through here and search GIFs and stickers and emojis and all of the things to add to your video. So if you want to upload a video from your phone, when you open it up, you're going to click on upload, and then you're going to have a choice to post it to your story. If you post to your story, there are no captions, no hashtags, nothing. So everything you do has to be edited to add text to the story, to it, before you post it to your story. But if you click next, then it's going to give you the option to come here, which is what this is going to look like, which is where you put in a caption to your video. You can tag people. There's also this cool feature where you can tag a previously recorded video that you have made. So if you're doing a series, for example, or you want people to go to another video that you've created that's related, you can tag the video. If you click on that, it will come to all of your videos, and you can select which video, and it will literally put it in and show them that there's another video that they can watch. And I'll show you what the cover options are. But you'll have to make sure that everything here is how you want it to look. So who can watch your video? Are you allowing comments on your video? You can always turn those off. Are you allowing duetting and stitching? Remember, these will, if your video is over 1 minute, these will not even be, they'll be off automatically. And then if you want to save your video for later, you click drafts. So when you go to choose cover, you're going to come here and it's going to show you all of these options. There's a whole mess of them. If you just scroll through, choose the one you like, add some text, just click on it. And then you can also choose what part of your video you want to be like the primary cover, and then save it. Don't forget to save it, and then you can post it. So that is TikTok for beginners in a nutshell. I'm going to stop sharing now, but if you have any questions, I know that was a lot of information at once, but that's why I created the workbook, so you could go back and just use it as a guide and when you need to. So does anyone have any questions? I'm happy to help you with any of that.
I have a question, Elaine.
Yes.
My question is, everybody wants you to have original content on the platforms. So can you just use your video that you've shot somewhere and then add the text inside the platform, and then will they think it's that? Or I mean, do they scan the whole interweb to see if this has ever been posted before, or what's the deal with that?
So original content is essentially original to that, is original to the platform, right? So basically you're not taking a video from YouTube and uploading it. So like I mentioned, I will create a video in another editing app, and then I will go and upload it to various platforms, but I might do it on a different day. I might add a different song. I might add different captions or anything like that. So when they say original content, like Instagram saying we want original content, they're basically saying, don't download your TikTok video with a watermark on it and upload it to our platform.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you could just make one piece of content and share it on the different ones as long as it's your own stuff.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. But you've been doing, I know you've been doing really good with on Reels and stuff, right? With sharing recipes and stuff.
Yeah.
How's that?
I just, I know that they don't like the watermarks and stuff, so I didn't know, can I use this? I do use InShot sometimes, so I wasn't sure if I can use the same one, or if I need to switch it up, and how I can flip it around if I need to, but
yeah,
it's easier if I don't.
I get you. There's a lot of really cool creators that are doing, recipes and food and stuff like that. So I'd go and look and see what they're doing. Right. And is there anything that you could add to it to make it a little bit different, to make yourself stand out?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to brainstorm, and I love the idea of the series and things, or whatever you talked about. Yeah. So awesome. Well, if anyone else has any other questions, feel free to reach out. I'm not calling myself an expert, but I definitely have learned a lot, and I'm always happy to share what I've learned, because if I can help you prevent making some mistakes that I made, I'm happy to do it. So I will make sure that I email this little guide out so that you guys have it. And thank you for letting me just come and share with you. I wasn't planning on selling anything. I literally just wanted to teach you what is going on and how you can use TikTok to get more eyes on your business. So I hope you guys have a super great day. Have a good weekend. Stacy, did you have a question?
I still don't see the workbook, but
I will send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
It was great.
It's a big file, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too. We'll see you later. All right, everybody. We'll see you guys later.